Whoa, how y'all doing out there? This is your man Nico B, and this is the Black Effect. You know how we do things. You know what I'm saying? The Hoodie God, you feel me? We finna go in, man. Hit that like and subscribe button. You know, donate to the Cash App if you so see fit. I want to get into this message, talking to the brothers and sisters, man. And this is a real message, and in this topic, man, it's titled "Stop Saying Things in Relationships That You Can't Take Back." Because we got a lot of people out here who got kids with each other, who can't stand each other, who can't even be around each other. And I'm going to tell you what that's due to. A lot of that's due to, most of the time, mostly it's usually either the woman or the man has said something or done something. But for the most part, short of, it's definitely actions that you could do, but for the most time, it's usually someone has said something that they cannot take back. We know in front of the Bible, the Lord has told you that life and death is in the power of the tongue. You could speak certain things, and then they become, your reality. So the thing is usually certain things that you should, if you're in a relationship with a person, you shouldn't say. And this goes for men and women, but for most of the time it happens with women because men can get physical, which they shouldn't do. But for the most part, dudes don't, men or they'll be cheating or doing something stupid. For the most part, it's usually actions, that get men uh put in a position to where a woman never wants to deal with them again, where they can never be in a relationship again. Why I'm really talking about this is because honestly, in God's eyes, God don't look at no divorce and the way, or marriage, or things like relationships the way you do. The consummation of a marriage to God is you having sex. So if you have a kid with a person, I don't know what you're thinking, but that's your husband or lady. That's your wife, brother. You can't be just shucking her off, and that's why we got so much of this bad things going on here. Cause you trying to push her off on another man. You trying to push your kid off on another man, bro. Me as a man, single man with no kids, I gotta pay for other people's kids. I'm working and I'm, what I'm saying, we got all these program taxes and stuff paying for other people's kids. I'm out here and, what I'm saying, out here doing mentorship and things and having to raise other men's kids, giving them the male energy that they supposed to be providing. That should be a given for a young male child. He should have that already. He shouldn't be looking for it. Every time you got her in these urban neighborhoods and stuff like this in inner cities, period, you see kids, just young male children just looking for a father. That's happening in the white communities too, Hispanic communities too. You know what I'm saying? Because they get in that Western mindset to sit over her and abandon, you know what I'm saying, they post and they position, you know what I'm saying, in their family. It ain't just the men running off like just being the Rolling Stone, rumble tongue. That's a false narrative that you had. That's not always the case. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it be the woman, you know what I'm saying, who just said something or done something to the man. Like the shaming tactic, you see that now on social media, the shaming tactics, that how black women try to talk to black men disrespectfully and stupid things like that. You know what I'm saying? No man is gonna, you could say certain things to a man to where his mind just, and that's it. Y'all will never be able to deal with each other again. But you have this man's son, and a lot of women do that shit on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do that stuff on purpose. Y'all say some things like that to where the relationship can never be mended, and y'all shouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? You should have more tact, because now, you know what I'm saying, that relationship, you can't get any gain from a relationship that you've already have a stake in. Like you have a child. You know what I'm saying? That's, y'all supposed to be together to raise that child. That's how it was supposed to work. There's no other way. No other way. It wasn't supposed to be no other way. And if you just wanted to have some sex, just have some sex and quit being irresponsible and having children out of that. You get me? That's just how that works. A lot of women is just, today have kids and they didn't have these kids just out of just some sex. It wasn't, like Jay-Z said, you was trying to get, and dudes too, trying to get a nut and you got a nutting. That's not how it works. You're supposed to be thinking about family. You're supposed to have love and, talking about what you're gonna do with this child and your plans for his future before you even have it. That love, y'all should be talking about that love between y'all that y'all finna cultivate. Y'all should already have a strong enough love between you two, bond between you two, to add another one in, and where it won't miss, where y'all can all stick together. That's how it's supposed to be. But like I said, you get people talking too much. Women should never. That's y'all main goal is to be encourage your men. Your men, your brothers, sisters, what I'm saying, your brothers, your husband, your father, all of that. That's your, and that's why the Lord tell women to be silent, to learn in silence. God ordained this. You cannot like me saying it, whatever you want to talk about. But if you are in the truth and you know that, and you have any type of faith in the God of this earth and of this reality, you know that He has ordained women to learn in silence, and women's nature to be in silence when men are present, to not be talking all like when. And I'm talking about with your man, what I'm saying, this is your man, right? The dude you chose. You shouldn't be doing all of this, your baby daddy, if he having problems. You should be trying to encourage him. Now if this nigga is out there cheating and doing bullshit, then that's his actions that's caused the relationship to split, and God understands that. What I'm saying, well, you should get away from toxic men. If he's trying to put his hands on you, he trying to cheat on you, you don't have to stand for that. But if anything other than that, him struggling out there in the world or something, he might not be balling like you want him to. Don't try to be beating him down and berating him, and you got his kid. What I'm saying, you're gonna make that man run from you and hate you. He gonna not like you. What I'm saying, who wants to be around and that starts with your mother. That starts with a lot of black men's mothers, because black men's mothers have been resentful, to their fathers, and due to this white supremacy system and things like that. And all they've done is berated and shamed they sons. What I'm saying? And so where they sons had to get away from them to be able to grow. You know what I'm saying? Because it be shaming tactics, and for the brothers, you gotta be leery of this. Don't let a person bait you in with kindness, and then or little trinkets, and then like some dangling the pussy in front of you or something like that, to be able to beat you down spiritually and mentally. A lot of women will do that, like just dangle pussy in front of dudes or stupid guys, and then like dudes who not really operating to their full potential, just so they can have somebody to lord over and berate and beat down. Women are like that. You haven't noticed that? A lot of women, it's not all of them, what I'm saying, but for the most part, this is their nature. What I'm saying? They'll pick something and they don't let up. What I'm saying? Because they know that they are the weaker vessel. They know this. So they have certain little levels of resentment. And I get that, because you can't do nothing to me. You can't move a man. Like, your real man or woman can't do anything to. She can't tell him nothing, can't do anything. He don't need her. You know what I'm saying? And of course, he can go get pussy, just like she can go get some, he can go drop his currency on that. That's always going to be happening. The hardest, the age-old profession is, prostitution. And women, and I'm not just talking about going out and ordering a prostitute from the classified. I'm talking, or the stroll. I'm talking about, it's women willing to just, to be into an alpha male's presence and kick it with him, and get whatever, little residuals come from that. She'll be willing to, do what he needed to do. A lot of those women, is more in pocket than the so-called good women. Because these so-called good women, like I said, they talk too much. They forgotten the face of their father. They don't want to listen to no man. They don't want to follow no man's program. They too big. They want to be in the forefront, like they some superstar and celebrity. Divas don't get husbands. Divas don't, because they act like they don't need them. But one thing a man, has to have is use. He got to feel his use. But seriously, like I said, if you have a baby daddy or something like that, or you should be trying to make that work as a woman. You should be trying to make that work at tooth and nail, and short of him beating you, or like I said, or sleeping around, at embarrassing you in the neighborhood, which a lot of y'all women stand for anyway. But in short of that, you shouldn't be berating that man and trying to breaking his confidence down, or saying stuff to him that you can't take back, that's very vindictive, that you know that now, once he get a chance, he's gone. You know what I'm saying? And if this is a nigga who laying up on you and doing all that, and you know what time it was. You know what I'm saying? You need it's ways to motivate that man with but you definitely need to be trying to motivate him, because two heads is better than the one. It's either that or you become a single mother and then have to go get another man, you know what I'm saying, because to come fill that void, because you owe it to your kids to have a father. That's your first job. And a lot of you women have failed, and you don't want to take accountability, because like I said, you one of the women who have done this and ran your golf, where you could have just calmed down a bit, took a woosah moment, prayed to God. A lot of y'all women forgot how to pray to God, you know what I'm saying, and ask him how to come in the midst and help you in your relationships. That's what real cuddle ladies do. That's what real women of God do. They don't go fuck off on a man, go be the thought of the thought of the century, or the thought of the neighborhood, or go out got 5 niggas for one thing. You gonna try to get 5 niggas for one thing and end up with none. You know what I'm saying? That's how that's gonna work. Most are already punishing a lot of these women. They losing their hair. You know what I'm saying? They don't have, they trying to be fake. They covering up all this stuff, plastic surgery. A lot of these women not blessed. And this is why, because y'all forgot. Y'all need to read your Bibles, pray to God, and he'll teach y'all how to be. Because y'all, if you don't have a father in the home and didn't learn how to treat a man, pray to get with God. Pray to him. Go to your, go to church. And I'm not talking about getting in one of these phony churches either. Go to one of these real, where the Spirit of God is, and go to church where the Spirit of God is actually living, and talk to one of these older men. Or, you know what I'm saying? Listen to stuff like this. Your brothers like me, man, like bombing, like listen. That's what you need to do. If you weren't raised like that, that's why the younger girls are going to win. If they learn to start listening to older men, the younger women out here, that's why you seeing, younger women, 20-year-old women getting with 30, 40-year-old dudes, because they know they don't want to have to go around and deal with guys they age who don't know what they want, and and then end up having to learn stuff on the back end. They get with the dude who got wisdom, knowledge, and free game. You know what I'm saying? But for real, late women, and I'm talking to the sisters, not just the willy-nilly thoughts, or you want fake wannabes, you know what I'm saying, or your Madonna wannabes and all this other bullshit. Talking to the sisters, the mothers, you know what I'm saying, the daughters, the wives. Mama, do this sometime. Be quiet sometime, slow. And this is a tenet that the Lord has said for men and women. Be slow to speak, quick to listen. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's a virtuous trait. Any person a dude who always want to rah, 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 look at that dude, man. You could laugh at that dude, because you could bet that he's a joke. You could bet that when shit pop off and it's real and things is there to be handled, he not going to do it. He's not going to be able to meet that, because he's doing too much of this. He's doing that to compensate. So with that, I hope I was able to get some insight, you know what I'm saying, on that message, man, on this topic. You know how we do things. It's your man, Nico B, Black Effect, man. We do this all day. I'm out.